Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man's Core Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'm reacting to 6 of the scariest catacombs in the world video from the Nightmare Files channel. So I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road and then back, shall we? Okay, here we go. Nightmare Files.
Found footage is rumored to contain the final glimpse of a man who went mad in the Paris catacombs. The famed catacombs of Paris are a series of underground tunnels that span more than 200 miles beneath the city streets and house the bones of more than 6 million former city residents.
That is creepy. I think I've seen these catacombs appear in some YouTube videos and maybe even on those shows that you see on the Travel Channel or Discovery. Anything to do with paranormal makes you wonder why you would build catacombs with skeletal remains of former residents of that town. That's just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, let's continue.
Relocated to the catacombs from overly full Parisian cemeteries starting in 1786. Explorers entered the catacombs through the official entrance, known as the Gate of Hell, or through several clandestine entranceways throughout Paris. It is said that not all the explorers come back out. Those who dared venture into the catacombs after midnight reportedly hear the walls talking to them. Disembodied voices try to lure adventurers further into the tunnels, encouraging them to lose their way and suffer a slow, agonizing death. There are rumors of people wandering off into a maze-like tunnel and going mad. In 2010, cave explorers recovered video footage that they claim showed a man wandering lost through the dark corridors until he finally panics, drops the camera, and bolts off into the dark, never to be seen again. The footage is said to have inspired the catacomb horror movie As Above, So Below. If that wasn't scary enough, cultists are said to steal bodies from the morgues and bring them down to the catacombs to perform evil rituals.
Oh, heck no. I wouldn't be going down there if I'd known it was used for ceremonies. Can't believe there's people taking bodies from the morgue and bringing them down to the catacombs like this. No wonder why people keep claiming on hearing voices and everybody's starting to get messed up in the mind to where they go totally mad because of stuff like that. Man, I wouldn't be going down there at midnight. I'd be going towards in the daytime hours because there's no way I'm going at night if people keep claiming of crazy stuff happening down there. Man, that's scary to find out all about that information on here.
The remains of the sacrificial murder victims are all also said to litter the dark corridors already embedded with human bones. With all that in mind, it's probably best to stick with the official tour group.
Right.
A Ukrainian teenager is said to have died in the Odesa Catacombs after a New Year's Eve party. The Odesa Catacombs are a network of limestone mines, and Ukraine reportedly also used for the execution of captured Nazi soldiers in World War II. They're the largest catacombs in the world, with over 1,500 miles of cold, pitch-black tunnels to navigate. Getting lost in these tunnels is just almost a certain death sentence.
I'll be making sure I'll be taking a tour with a tour guide on a long mile catacomb journey like this because if they know their way around the tunnels, I feel safe. And just to hear that Nazi soldiers were executed there, I don't want to be hanging around with any ghost of them, that's for sure. I'll be spooked out of my mind.
A group of Ukrainian teens reportedly entered the catacombs in 2005. It is said that a girl named Masha has somehow separated from the group and likely died of exposure or starvation. Although the exact cause of her supposed death is unknown, people have long been fascinated by the tragic story of young Masha, and pictures of her supposed corpse are circulated online. In 2015, a guy in his 20s was sentenced for reportedly murdering his teenage girlfriend in the catacombs with an axe. In 2011, a male murder victim was found by chance in the catacombs after he had been dead for 3 to 6 months.
Holy Moses. It just seems like the crazy serial killers like picket catacombs to lead people, it seems like. I can see why, because one, there ain't that many people around in the catacombs, and two, nobody wouldn't hear anybody screaming. Man, that is just creepy. Whew. I would definitely get a cold chill down my spine if I heard about that happen there.
A worker killed during construction hunts the Drakelow Tunnels. At least 7 construction workers are said to have died grisly deaths during the construction of England's Drakelow Tunnels in 1941. The tunnels were used as factories for airplane parts during World War II and eventually went on to serve as the Cold War nuclear bunkers. When the tunnels were open to the public, reports began to circulate of a ghost named Oswald, sometimes playful but often violent. Oswald is known for shoving tourists and pulling their hair. He is believed to be the vengeful ghost of one of the ill-fated construction workers that perished on site.
Okay, that's very, very spooky. But just to imagine, these catacombs were built just to manufacture airplane parts, but then it became a bunker for the Cold War. That's very interesting history. But it's sad to think that a ghost of a former construction worker that perished down there is haunted tourists, but can be malevolent sometimes. He's probably mad that he died, and he takes his rage out on people that visit the place, probably. And that's just sad and terrifying all at the same time. I wouldn't mind taking a tour of this place, but I'm definitely going with a group of people and a tour guide, but also I'm carrying my cross necklace around my neck to ward off any evil entities in there. I'm being serious.
The Portland catacombs were used for human trafficking. The Shanghai tunnels are located under the city of Portland, Oregon. They were originally designed to deliver supplies to the city harbors. These tunnels were also connected to hotels, bars, and brothels, and used to transport women forced into sex slavery.
I can't believe people will actually use tunnels just to traffic women into the sex slave trade. Oh, that makes me sick. But hey, if these people didn't want to get caught transporting women, that was one way of escaping the law, basically. Going through tunnels like this. There won't be no witnesses of them moving innocent females around to be raped and tortured. That is just horrible.
One such woman, who's known as Nina, testified against her captors and shed light on the plight of Portland's trafficking victims in the early 1900s. She was murdered in retribution, thrown down the elevator shaft at the Merchant Hotel where she had worked. Today, Nina's spirit is said to play tricks on the staff of the restaurant that now sits on the site of the former hotel. Others claim to see Nina, wearing a black dress and perfume, descending the restaurant's basement steps. Perhaps Nina searches the tunnels for the lost souls of the woman she tried to protect.
Maybe. But that's just heartbreaking that she testified against all this stuff, but then somebody had to get rid of her. Because if she's gone, then that ring could continue, probably. But I just hope that the spirit of this woman will know that she helped bring light to a disturbing topic, and because of her, it stopped. Maybe, but she can now move on. Just sad to think that she's still lingering around.
The ghost of Priscilla Catacombs. The treasures hidden in Rome's Santa Priscilla Catacombs were plundered in the 17th century on orders from the Catholic Church. During the raid, the Vatican treasure hunters found frescoes depicting what may have been female priests leading a mass, which contradicted the Church's official view of biblical history. These valuable frescoes were destroyed, perhaps as part of a cover-up. Another controversy surrounds the subsequent vandalism of the catacombs' burial chambers. It is said that the catacombs were destroyed because the cursed crypts were hunted by ghosts who want their privacy.
Yeah, I could see both theories being correct. Maybe they don't want outsiders seeing all the paintings of what their practice was down there. So some of it was destroyed. We'll never know, probably. And that's just amazing to find in catacombs like this.
These angry spirits were said to push a visiting carriage above the catacomb into a nearby river.
That ain't right. If a carriage just happened to ride by, you don't need to be angry at them and push that carriage into the river. Now, unless they were stopping at the church, but they wouldn't be going down in the catacombs. Mess with your privacy. But I get it, they're overprotective. But still, that's just wrong. I'll be scared to go down in them catacombs if bad things would happen to you. If you dare enter.
Scotland's secret nuclear bunker is haunted by the spirits of former military personnel. Psychic mediums claim that the paranormal activity in the Scottish nuclear bunker is caused by the ghosts of former military personnel.
I can believe that. Probably some that died during the war and they don't want to leave the bunker. They think they're still in war and keep lingering on, acting like they're working on stuff there.
Visitors to the secret bunker, which was built 100 feet below a farmhouse, have become sick and even fainted, perhaps victims of a ghostly attack. Tourists have taken pictures of shadowy human-like apparitions in the bunker's offices and corridors. One couple claims that a spirit from the bunker followed them home, moving objects around and draining their cell phone batteries and any other electronic devices.
No. Since I just found out that people have been reporting spirits from the bunker traveling with them home, I wouldn't even dare step foot in that bunker. Because I don't want no evil soldier spirit coming back to torture me. But also, I would warn you a precaution if you go into any catacombs that's known to have spirits floating around, do not make a mad kid around, because then they'll get angry and either follow you home or torment you while you're down there. And that won't be pretty. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more Nightmare Files content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I said that's a wrap, and that's day off.